OpenWRT and DD-WRT VLAN trunking at home. I'm using a WNDR3800 from Netgear. It splits the VLANs while my Linksys E3000s distribute the network across the house. Here's a WNDR3800. The LAN is color coded. And here's the page running OpenWRT. You can see the networks E0.4 here is VLAN 4, and the network IDs have their number in them. E0.5 has a 5 in both the IP6 and the IP4 address for easy identification. And you can see this is pretty consistent around the guest network, as well as the primary LAN. So we'll go to the interfaces, we'll go to the switch ports, and we'll see how to do the trunking. A trunk is just simply multiple tagged VLANs, and I'm using port 2, the orange port. Everything is tagged. I don't need to save and apply. And the remaining ports are untagged because I don't have devices configured to pay attention to tag numbers on them. Those all just go wherever they're going. And that's pretty much it for setting up the Netgear device. So now we go to the basement router. We'll log in and we'll go to its VLAN section. Notice that DHCP and WAN are off, and that's what it looks like. Notice the orange cable on the left. The trick is to make sure tagging below is checked, and that all the VLANs you want to be sent through that port are assigned. VLAN 2, according to the DD-WRT document, is hard-coded to the WAN port, so I keep that included. The middle ports are all VLAN 1, and port 4, the port on the right in the picture, is also set to trunk because it sends everything upstairs. And here's the upstairs distribution. Let's log into that. Looks mostly the same, except only the WAN port is configured as a trunk, because I don't send anything else from here, but I could. It's defaulted to the guest network right now for port 4, which is actually port 1 on the hardware. Quick shot of the Atom server. And the orange wire is my trunk color. Orange comes in upstairs. This yellow wire is my AnyLAN wire. I'm going to untie it. I'm going to plug it into this laptop. And I'm going to show you what happens when it picks up the port ID. You see the lights blinking. It's a gigabit port, so everything was green. I'll get a better shot coming up here as soon as I get this adjusted. Okay. You see EN0 is the wired interface on the Mac. Now it has the guest number, :2 or .2 for IPv4. EN0, :2. You see below there the IPv4 is 168.2. Here's a better shot. Pretty much the same thing. EN0 is on the 2 network, which is my guest network. EN1, for some strange reason, the Mac is not disabling the wireless interface, but That's not important, this is just a demo. I use this to set up servers, so the Mac isn't a server box. It's just lightweight and easy to port for the demo. So with the cable disconnected, you'll see the wired interface EN0 loses its network address. EN1 falls back to the primary wireless LAN, which is what the Mac is defaulted for. Once again, EN0 did. EN1 has the :1 address. So I've got to get set up, get the cable plugged in, and we're going to switch this LAN from the guest network VLAN 3 to the server control LAN, which is VLAN 5. So we'll uncheck this. We'll select VLAN 5 for port 4, which is actually port 1 because it's backward on DD-WRT on a E3000. Wait for it to apply, go plug the cable back into the Mac. And we'll check our interfaces, and we'll see that the network IDs have indeed switched. So we're now on 5, which is the server control LAN. And that about concludes the video. We have 5 on both network addresses, and that's pretty much all you have to do to get the VLAN switching or trunking to work.